What's going on, you guys, and welcome to Stranded Alien Dawn. In the last episode, we found Simon. Thankfully, we've got our fifth survivor, and he is our crafter. Mainly, he's a crafter, but I've got his primary role currently set up as a miner and as a woodcutter. Other than that, he crafts, so that's his role. I needed somebody to fill both those roles, which freed up Ken from having to worry about mining and cutting himself. Aggressive animals. Alright. It's less than last time. Let me see if I have a weapon for him. I do not. Let's find where the animal's coming from. Over here. Is that an explosive one? That's an explosive one. Oof. Alright, so they're gonna have to move over here. Okay. Disturbed sleep. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem early on here. Can you feel so down in the dumps already? You just got here. Well, at least there's 5 pieces of food for them to eat. Alright, he's just gonna stand here. And let's put him next to Rita. There we go. Yeah, he's anxious. They're all anxious. I get it. At least one of the bugs died. Attacked something he shouldn't have. So we should be good, more or less. Yeah, we're pretty good. Alright, so let's observe that one, observe this one. That's the same one? Okay. Observe that. And they're eating. And so in the morning, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it right now. Construct the wooden table and everything, Ken. Oh, that's right, I forgot to activate Simon. You, good sir, are not supposed to eat raw food, and you need to fight back. There we go. And Ken is taking care of... No, you're not. You're taking care of a place to sleep. Let me go over to... this one. Put that one there, and put this one here. Nice little sheltered place to eat. What do you mean, low food supplies? Ah, I see, low food supplies, got it. Harvest those. Did I already? I did research the sausage palms. Harvest those. That's a food source. There we go. Next, I need to add something around the food. Alright, so I don't want raw food or any of that on that one. Just raw food and cooked on this half. There we go. Alright. So let me see, where is somebody I can grab? Ken's constructing the floor. I mean, sure, why not? Here we go, Samantha. Do me a favor and construct those shelters really quickly. And then the next thing after that is I'm going to need to construct this, because all of my food and my medicines are disappearing. Come on. Okay, so that's the food covered. There. It's 2200, so everybody should get a decent night's sleep now. Nobody's out and about moving. And then I have all the food that's back here. Let's just do again. You give me syrup. That's right. So, the donut. The oblong donut. Well, the misshapen donut. A little bit thicker on this side. I'll probably have to expand over here. Probably. Unless I have... See, that's the thing. How many rows do I have back here? Well, I'll find out later. Yeah, I'll figure it all out later. So I don't really need any scrap metal currently. I have enough food now for a while, and it's covered, so it'll last a lot longer. Ken's constructing. Wishes he had a friend, but he doesn't. He has nobody but himself. Still got a little bit of stone over here though, so let me grab that up. And I want to try and use the stone that's over close to base last, if I can. If that makes sense to anybody. Usually people would want to use the stuff that's right there first. But I know I'm already going to need that when it comes down to finishing off the construction of my my storage. I'm probably going to want to get that up as quickly as I can. You know, this section over here. So if I have all of this stone that's all throughout here, it's less of a walk to get it over to here. Yeah, but I'm going to have to find a new stone location, and a good one at that. I mean, there's spots here and there. And all along here there's stone. So I think I might be good. It's just trying to look through the trees to find it. Oh yeah, there's plenty of stone. I should be able to get everything I need to get done. Oh, I have no more medicine. Yes. What was it? I don't have it researched. Research. Tailoring? I forget which one, so I'll make both. And then get power going. Pickling. That'll be very good. Okay, yeah, that'll do it for right now. Next thing on my list, putting a roof on top of the house. So I'm probably gonna have to put this up in two parts. Part 1 and then part 2. If I were to do it just by dragging, it would overhang this section. So that's going to be the first portion of the house. I can remove the walls and everything later on to open it up. But yeah, that's going to be, I think we're going to make this the storage section. Yeah, I'll make this the storage section, then I'll put the houses back here. But for now, I want to give them a little living quarters. And then I'll try and find about as close to middle as I did over here. And do the same thing, bring a staircase out on either side. Alright, the floor is nearly done. Well, most of what I needed. The outer portion of the wall is more or less done. Simon's still mining. Perfect. And all of the stuff on the interior of the base that I needed to have cleared is cleared. So Simon's just going to be out there mining for a while. Great, that's what I need him to be doing. Lots of stone to be gathered. Lots of stone. So I have enough gas to run a couple more missions. There's tailoring, so let me get that bench crafted. And that would be production. Oh, I think it was workbench actually. Alright, so I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to put the tailoring bench right there. And then there's another bench that I need to wait on. Now she's currently working on the weaponsmithing. Well constructed, I'll just stand there. Alright, so this one, craft, bandages until 10. Nope. Till 30. Craft. Healing balm from the dandelions. Let's make about 10 of that. There we go. Then over here, so tops. So they got a wet season and they got a dry season, so I'm gonna need a mixture of both. We're in the wet season right now. I'll hold off right now. Let this play out. I need to get the house done before I get anything else focused on. I'm also going to need to activate a trap. Get a little trap field going. Since this is going to be the main structure of the house, I also need to figure out how far out I'm going to put the wall from the interior. As I do want to use the interior space as much as I can for, actually I might use it up here. My solar farm, my wind farm, I might put it up here. I might use over here for the animals, since it's a little bit more rugged on the terrain. I don't know how the plants would work. And so there's weaponsmithing and the solar panels. Where's weaponsmithing? Just this one? Oh, it's made in this one. Alright, craft weapons. Short bow until 2. Craft weapons, spear until 2. I need to start getting my weapon game up. And they're constructing the wall. They're working on the interior of this. It's almost time to move them into their new home and actually have them spaced out a little bit. Oh, that's the next thing I needed to do. Yeah. Furniture, beds. Let's go for some wooden beds with some fabric. Alright, so place 1, place 2, place 3. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Place 4, place 5. Swamp fever. Place 6. Place 7. And so how do I treat Katina? How do I treat this swamp fever? Really? Antibiotics? Come on. I need to find grain. That's what that's what I needed. I knew I was forgetting one of my main plants. It might be available for harvesting as well. Observe. Who's my best at observing? Probably Samantha. Observe quickly. We need to get Katina back in working. Come on, hurry up and run. At least get started on it. I would love for you to stay out here and just do the entire research in one go. That'd be great. But that's usually not my luck. She is a good an observer, though. She is a good observer. Good as an observer. Sorry, I kept saying good. I'm too tired for this. The coffee's not keeping my brain going. My daughter's still sick, so I haven't been sleeping well. She's currently got a cough, so it's a two-part thing that's going on with her right now. So the first part is she got sick when she was at her ABA therapy. Second part, she got one of her 6-year molars coming in. So it was a mixture of a fever. There was let's harvest a grain crop. There was a fever from that, and then there was also there's a decent bit over here. I'm gonna harvest that. The sickness, she had a cough that she got from the therapy place. So it's been a combination of those two things, plus the weather has been going all kinds of crazy lately. It's been going hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. We had a freak storm that rolled through, a massive thunderstorm. I forgot I have to actually assign these people beds, or they're just going to do whatever they want and sleep in a perfectly good bed like you saw over there. I can't allow that quite yet. So after that's done, I really don't want to add any of the parapet, the flooring. You guys are probably, well, what are you talking about the parapet? This. I pronounced it wrong. I don't honestly know how to pronounce that. The wood flooring. It will make there's a negative effect called cave dweller that you get for just putting a bed on a regular floor like this. By adding this down, it removes that and gives you I forget the bonus it gives you, but it gives you a bonus instead of a negative. Which, the more bonuses you have, the better off your survivor's well-being is going to be. Those aggressive animals are just getting murdered by something. Oh, they're messing with the dogs. That's a bad idea. I won't have to worry about them much. They've already almost taken out half of their group already. Beautiful thing to see. Next thing I'm waiting on, oh yeah, production, fermentation barrel, a wood one and 2. Pour them all out over here, except for Simon, who doesn't have a weapon. Let me see if I have any weapons. Nope, and no spears made yet. Okay. Well, he can sleep. He's not really going to be needed. Kill the explosive one. Here comes a couple more. That's going to hurt. And there we go. A signal rocket. Okay, so expedition. Ken. Now. Go. Go, go, go. That's fine. Samantha will get over it. As long as she doesn't throw hands at the survivors, will be good. Alright, get up, make those fermentation barrels so I can start getting some antibiotics made so that we can get one of these people back to full health. Ferment pickled vegetables until 100 ought to do it. And I still haven't gone and collected the grain? Who does that? Oh, Katina's going to do it. I guess she got over her problems? No, there she goes vomiting. She's not done yet. But she's going to harvest. She's trying. She's like, I'm not 100%, but I need these antibiotics to survive. Good cup of coffee. Oh, help them fight off the beast? That's another person. Who'd I get? Edmund? Okay. We got our sixth person, you guys. This is going great. It was a good call getting this this balloon up as quickly as I did. It was a very good call. We're up to 6 survivors. Very, very nice. Let me see what Edmund's good for. Edmund is good enough for healing. He does not like to construct. I am not getting people who like to construct. He's not good at this. Indifferent about that. Alright, so Simon can be my miner, and he can be my cutter. He doesn't ranch. He doesn't plant. What do you do? He's about as worthless as the other guys. But I now have 2 people that are crafting. And honestly, everybody's final ability should be construction. And healing. Healing and construction. So if they're idle, they won't be idle for long. Okay, so 1 miner, 1 woodcutter. She's bringing over some of the good grain. Oh yes, I have to... Oh, you write stories, that's right. Get this, so I can get those antibiotics. Kimchi. No way, I can use that cloth to make kimchi? Oh, dude. Game changer. I can make kimchi. Well, since that's the case, animal taming, we'll get that working. And let's get some fun in my base. There we go. It's a good start. They all have disturbed sleep, which that's going to go away soon. Swamp fever. That's what it was. It was because of the fever. We are in a swampy environment, and they're out just in the wet environment. So that's why they're getting that fever. And once this is built, they're going to receive their own sleeping spots. And as you see, I made this large enough to cover majority. I'm not sure if there's a cold season. Let me see. Lighting. I do want to add a couple heating stoves, and maybe some air vents. Now the heating stoves, I think I'm going to add them like right about here. Along that wall. And then I'll add one here. And here. And I'm hoping that these will cover those. And this will get covered here. And then the air vent, I'm going to put in the front of the house. I'll put 2 of them, just in case it gets a little too hot in there. They'll have those vents to, help them out a little bit. So antibiotics are researched, which means let's get at least about 30 of them. 30 sounds like a good number for antibiotics. Kimchi's been researched. So after we're done fermenting up to 100, we're going to ferment 100. Have both types of food. And then after that's complete, I can go into their raw food and allow them to eat the kimchi and the pickled vegetable. And I shouldn't have to worry about anything else. You're sleeping outside, buddy. What are you doing? Where's that available bed? Assign to Edmund. Now she's got the fever. Okay, so it's more or less ready to be put together. I just have to wait another day, and there's some more stone that's being gathered, I think. No, I'm out of wood that I've gathered. Okay, sorry, not wood, stone. So let's get some more. Decent stockpile up here. It's not the greatest, and I'm not gonna lie. This place isn't amazing for stone, like the desert. The desert is great. I absolutely love the desert for stone. It's just everywhere. But back here, like I said, I'm gonna put the houses back here, and once I get an estimate on about how many people I have, we're sitting on 6. We have room, or I have room for 2 more. Wow. I just randomly look over here and there's grain right there. I didn't have to make my survivor run way over there. Oh well. Too late. Alright, so we have animal taming. I need to get out of the habit of saying we. Being married, every time you talk on the phone to somebody, when you're trying to refinance your home or you're talking about your kid going to the school and all these other things, you always say we, referring to yourself as yourself and your wife and everybody else that you're representing. I also have a bad habit of saying we because I do the Let's Play series. I've done several of those if you guys have seen, or if this is your first time seeing this video, I have a variety of Let's Play for this game. I also have a couple Let's Plays in the future that not for this game. This is probably going to be my last run at this. It's going to be a long one, I have a feeling. We've already got 6 people, and it's day 20 in year 1. That's a huge advantage. I'm going to get that much more done, that much quicker. I have people designated for specific things now. Like I have somebody that's just out there cutting. I have somebody that's just out there mining. I have somebody who's just really doing research and occasionally constructing. And then there's a couple shared jobs. My gasoline rotted away. Ah, that's unfortunate. Let me get the liquid fuel out of here. That was my biggest mistake, not putting it under a roof. But I can always get more. Harvest this. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I have to set up their sleep schedules. Okay, so you guys go ahead and do that for this, and do this for that. Do that, and then sleep. There we go. I was wondering why they were still up doing stuff that late. It's because they didn't have an actual bedtime. Although, hold on, I think, is it Simon likes to be up late? Or was it Edmund? Let me check their bios really quick. Nope, it had to have been Simon. Where's Simon at? There he is. Maybe neither of them? Huh, maybe neither of them. Okay. I guess they're recovering from the swamp fever. And so we finally have some leisure. I have some leisure. Well, they have some leisure. I need to figure my language out again. God. What's wrong with me? Alright, let me get them some didgeridoo, some hand pans, some dartboards. Put the dartboards over here. Okay. Shooting target. And the statue. There. Things to do around the base. It's unfortunate that I left out of my gasoline. Kind of a bummer. Hold on, I thought I said activities. Does he just not do any? I mean, I can understand Simon being indifferent and him having a 0, but yeah, go construct. What are you doing? Cave dwelling. See what I mean? It's a negative effect, but honestly, at this point, I really don't care. And there goes half the swarm, killed off. All my beds minus a couple of them are done. A falling rescue pod. Okay. Expedition. Crash rescue pod. Ken, go find me another survivor, buddy. Come on. You're 2 for 2. Actually, first, let's move out here. I'm going to utilize his sniper rifle to its utmost. I need to make Simon and Edmund weapons. But at least it's coming from this direction. Just those last 2, last one, and it's about to explode. There we go. Fast forward. And there goes Ken. Hopefully he can find us another individual. If I could have 7 people, honestly, if I could have 8 people before the end of the first year, that'd be great. I've already got 2 people out before the halfway point in the year. It's 48 days, I believe. So 2 more days would be the halfway point. If I can get 7 before the halfway point, I'll be looking good to get that last individual. As long as we don't get Connor. Because he'll be my first dead. Alright, moment of truth. How'd it turn out? Give me another survivor, please. Oh. That's unfortunate. Our first failed attempt. Oh, you were doing great too. You've got decent combat. Kill it. There you go. Bring its parts back. Revenge for killing that survivor that we could have had. So honestly, I hope that survivor was Connor. You're putting him out of his misery because he was going to have to deal with his eyeball. Yeah, I tried to do the trader. Yeah, I tried to do the trader outpost. I did it with Connor because I was trying to complete the mission before Connor died, and well, he died. So, fun times. And that's how I know about his eye now. Yeah, he's a decent character, don't get me wrong. Connor's good at a lot of things, and he's a fast learner. However, the fact that he dies is just, it kills it for me. But like I said, he's good at a lot of things. Oh, hold on. Alright, assign owner. Assign you. Assign owner. Assign you. And assign owner. Assign you. And that's the lady's taken care of. Ken. Simon. And then they'll build Edmund's. Oh, you don't get to go to bed yet. Here we go, Edmund. I'm gonna break all of these. Go sleep in your bed, dude. What are you doing? You got a perfectly good bed right over there. .86 on the inside, which means it's warmer on the inside. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to extinguish and extinguish. Those don't need to be running right now, it's still warm out. However, I still need the stone. Low food supply. Now, let me look for food real quick. There's plenty of creatures around. Harvest that. Let me harvest some of this. And then let me make some grain porridge, I suppose. Make until 5. Okay. I wonder if I can... You see the meat, not enough resources. Grain porridge, veggie soup, that's fine. Okay, we'll just have to survive off that for a little bit. Now, what am I missing? Okay. I'm missing some hay. I'm missing... Give me that blade grass. Alright, so at least we have a little spot to sleep in. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a storage. And what this storage is going to do is it's going to be the beginning to my other stockpile, but this will get all my foodstuffs and majority of this stuff off the floor. Place one of these here, place one over here, and then I can put weapons and armor away. Still don't need any wood, that's perfect. Not enough resources. Ah, the grain, yes. Not a grain. Here's some cloth blossom. Definitely need some of that. That yields coconuts. Observe this. Observe that. Observe that. Observe. This will be the era of observation. Now, where's that crystal? There it is. Observe that. Definitely observe that. Okay, another thing that I'm going to need is the ranching. I'm going to need the drying rack. And I'll make a wood one because, you know, we have an abundance of wood. Put that right there. Alright, so that's going to be for apparel, and this is going to be for weapons and tools. Next. That's just going to be construction materials. There we go. Alright, this one is going to be all my raw foods and such. This one, my fabrics, electronics, and crafting components. And then this one can be medicines, others, and I guess more raw food? No. There we go. Okay. And this, I can remove everything from. Just keep empty. Honestly, just deconstruct, deconstruct, and deconstruct. Bring all of that inside, and it'll be under a roof on a shelf, so it'll boost it a little bit further. And on top of that, we'll get the refrigeration going soon. But before any of that's going on, let's look at the power. I need to work the structures here. So one right here, and how far away until it despawns from that side? Right there. Oh, that's why. Move this to here. I was wondering why everything wasn't lining up. Well, who's gonna move this? Nope, you're gonna move this. There. Yeah, I was wondering why it looked off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who said you could be placed up there? And I'm gonna do exactly what you're seeing right here all the way around. I'm gonna go off of this central pole and each corner, and I'm trying to stretch them as far as I can until they no longer connect. As you see right there, how it breaks that left side, and then that. And I'm trying to make it all symmetrical, as well as symmetrical as I can. I do want this place to look nice, so it's going to be my long-term home with this survival series here. If I get this right, I could be here for upwards of, I don't know, 10 years was my longest so far. So I could be here for much, much longer. So long as I keep my people fed. Okay, where is some food? Grain. Harvest. And we're just powering through our food here. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I can go into the raw foods, go to vegetables, and allow them to eat the pickled vegetable. And since it's about to be daytime, I'm going to take care of this first before I allow them to wake up. Ken, thank you. Being difficult. Nearly done. Okay. Oh. Yeah, no, we're not having that. And you're gonna fight back. You're set to fight back, right? Okay, cool. Alright. So the next task. I guess getting the beds, the bedrooms all taken care of, and getting food. Let me look over here for some food. Oh, there's a lot of those. I need something for the people that aren't going to eat. Oh, look, now there's bugs. Oh, they're over here. Okay. That's not good. Alright, where is some food? Harvest. Should be some over here too, I believe. No, there's the dandelions. Honestly, I don't know if the dandelions are going to keep me fed or not. I can't remember exactly. I think that's just like a healing balm. Strange succulent. Okay, so it's the dry season. And don't forget, I have all of these trees here that have food on them. Speaking of, let's go ahead and harvest some of them. No? I guess those ones aren't ready. How about this one? There we are. Okay, unpause. Find some more of those. Right over here. Harvest. And I should take care of my food for a little while. We got a decent supply of incoming crop. Let's see, what can I do for research? I need something. Something in the way of power. What's that going on? Everybody over here. Hope everybody's fine. Rita's injured. Doesn't look like she's too hurt. She'll mend up just fine. 89 on the inside. Oof. I need those vents immediately. Okay, so insufficient materials. Lost harvest, that's fine. At least my food supplies have gone back up. That's the important thing. And then the food is starting to come in as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, let's that's gonna be the storage. Okay. Yeah, might as well get it all going. Discovered the ore. Very nice. Why did it only select that? That's so weird. Okay, I guess you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. There. So, we got the house done in this one. Got a lot of observations done. Survived a couple attacks. Found another survivor. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. Lots done. With a lot more to come. In the next episode, I'm going to start focusing on their actual houses. I want to give them enough room to where they'll have what's this? The succulents. Okay. I want to give them enough room to where I can add in their individual chairs. I want to give them their own individual, brain parasites, their own individual beds. Requires 5 medicine, which I don't have. I think I might have it. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of things done. Need more medicine. But the bedrooms, I want them to have enough room for all my survivors to have plenty of things. I want them to have their own arcade if they want, or I might just make a general hangout area. But I want them to have their own beds. I want them to have their own chairs. I want them to even have their own spots to eat if they want to. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I want to give them a little bit of room, more or less. So that's it. That's all I have time for this one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care, you stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next episode where we begin building the remaining portion of this house. Just noticed. Okay, no, that's connected. Alright, catch you guys later.